is the place where real dialogue matters.
Make some noise for that sound, man.
It is time to take flight with Audio Airstrike.
But somebody who may or may not be in the Hall of Fame is Eli Manning. Switching into football now. This is Eli Manning's resume. He is a 2-time Super Bowl champion and a Super Bowl MVP, 4 Pro Bowl selections, 57,023 passing yards, 7th in history. He is the 2016 Walter Payton Man of the Year, and he has a even 117 win-loss record.
No way.
That's tied. That is weird.
I did not know that. That's funny. Is there any way better to sum up Eli Manning? You were even with everything. You even wins, even losses. You got your 2 Super Bowls. You're not you're always gonna play second fiddle to your brother. Yeah, that's funny.
See, here's the thing about Eli that I've noticed. Eli is one of the type of people that there's people that are really rooting for him. I remember people were saying, well, you can spell elite without saying Eli. Just crazy. Just crazy stuff. And then we'd be on a downslope. They'd be the first people wanting to cancel him. Oh, trade him. Get rid of this person. Oh, get this person. Hey, get Garoppolo. He's pretty good. Back when that was a whole tiff. But do I think he should be in the Hall of Fame? It's going to take some years, bruh. When you think about who is eligible every year that's been waiting, it's going to take at least at least a good maybe 10 years for he's in. And I know some people may say 10 or 15. I'm not sure. But, to see the different names that are in that get over that, I should say will get passed up every year, and then you're going to put Eli Manning over them? I don't see how that's happening.
Well, I look at it like this. It's one of those things where if Kurt Warner made it, who had a similar career but only has 1 Super Bowl, Eli's going.
I see the shade over there.
With the 2 Super Bowls and then you beat Tom Brady in both of those Super Bowls, that kind of gives you an extra little boost or bump. And when you have a last name Manning, you're going to go. Right. It's just one of those things. Now, to your point, I do think he's going to wait. He is not first ballot, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th, but he will definitely be waiting. But the whether or not he's going, I think it's a definite.
Interesting.
I guess he will. Same thing. It'll probably be a waiting game. But his Super Bowls, the one fluke, the Tyree saving him, and everybody that looks at that play, you look back, it's like, there's holding there. But he got it. He got the second one as well. But did he ever do anything apart from that really wowed you? Can you point to a season where you said Eli was dominant? Was he ever dominant? He was serviceable on a team where there's a lot of other stuff around him. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bitter Redskins fan.
Well, to that point, I think with Eli, when you're in a league with Peyton and Tom Brady, and even a guy we're going to speak on later, Philip Rivers, and some of the other guys who had great seasons, you got to kind of almost separate and say, how do you look at his season just by itself? And when you get to the pinnacle of the Super Bowl and you take it, I think that kind of supersedes maybe the regular season mediocrity, because I put a lot into winning, and I think, and especially where he played at New York, they put a lot into winning. So I think that's kind of to his credit. But regular season, 117, and that's where you're at with it.
So let me ask you this: if his win-loss record was a lot more stellar, would you be even saying that he's just a piece?
Probably. Marquee wins. You got the 2 in the Super Bowl. I'll give you that. But, there's times in, Brett Favre's career and Peyton Manning's career and Tom Brady's career where in regular season games, they wowed you. There was something that you said, wow, that was a game. And they took it by the horns and they won it themselves. I just never got that from Eli. If his win-loss record was better, yeah.
So let me ask you another question. Did you ever get it from Philip Rivers?
Not really, no. Is their story always going to be written together? Eli and Philip. I mean, I remember
Philip
that
ain't got no rings though. I
But
left
it-
it. Look at this quote. I gave it all I had. Bama, you ain't bring not one Super Bowl ring to San Diego. You gave it all you had. Not
San
even
Diego
an
and
AFC
LA.
championship.
Not a playoff
Not
win.
even that. You gave it all you had, huh? Oh, that's all.
And
That's
do you
all?
think, and even in like the AFC West, how did you not win that? How did you not come out of that
You
and then
had
plow your way through?
Damian Tomlinson.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's what I will say. I'm gonna play devil's advocate slightly. Philip Rivers probably is the Chargers' greatest quarterback ever. And sometimes the cachet that gives you as being the best quarterback in a franchise history, it may not automatically put you in the Hall of Fame, but some voters will give that cachet. Like, can we think of a better Balt's quarterback? Now, maybe that's just an indictment on the Chargers.
Yeah.
But can you? I mean,
He'll go into the Ring of Honor at
He'll get that for
Los
certain.
Angeles of San Diego of the Chargers Stadium.
Look, my opinion is this, right? I'm not hating on Philip Rivers. You want to have a bunch of I'm not trying to be so disrespectful, but when you got more kids than championships, I can't hang the hat on if you're going to have a Hall of Fame type of like. Is he going to sit over here and be like Dan Marino? No.
I mean, we got to preface this. He hasn't retired. He is leaving San Diego.
I gave it all I had. How many seasons he been there?
Same as Eli.
Whatever,
It was,
Eli, yeah.
20.
He ain't got that many left.
2004. Yeah. So he's going back to Florida supposedly. Miami gives him some money. Tampa Bay, any of those Miami team, any of those Florida teams.
Hold on. All right. So basically, here's how I look at it. I gave it all I had. When you got more kids than rings, it's an issue.
You're looking for the Brady ratio. With that, I mean, kids to rings.
more rings than kids.
That's rough. Not many people are going to find that.
Look, I know I'm probably going to get canceled by every single Chargers fan there is.
There's not a lot of
They're only the two of them.
Well, L.A., I should say now.
You know who it is? You know who Chargers fans are? Because when they were in San Diego, it's all the Navy people. All the Navy people that are transient
Yeah.
through San Diego, they put on a Bolt hat and they're in.
Right.
You'll see them everywhere. That's because they travel like that.
Also, somebody who may be traveling out. We don't know. He may be traveling to another team or retirement. I'm waiting until the football season is totally done. This is Drew Brees quoting about any pending thoughts on retirement. So we got Drew Brees. Brady, nobody knows where he's going. So based on some of these quarterbacks that we are noticing that are kind of having their swan song, is this the end of an era?
Oh yeah.
Is this
Big
a changing
time.
of the guard?
Even if, say, 3 of these guys don't retire and they just move somewhere else, yeah, it's a big end of the era. I don't know. I don't think any of them. Philip Rivers could play somewhere else. I don't think Tom Brady could play somewhere else. New Orleans, that's what Breeze did for the city. I don't know if he could do that, play for somewhere else after everything that he came to when the city was in dire need of support.
And let's be for real. He should have went to 2 Super Bowls if the refs weren't screwing him over, but that's beside the point.
See, what I think all 3 of those guys, what they have in common is each one of them might be still trying to prove a legacy. And what I mean by that is because I know Tom Brady already has 6 Super Bowls. Tom Brady might want to prove I can do it without Belichick, right? And Drew Brees might want to prove, if I get on a good team, I can win another Super Bowl. I only have 1. And then Phil Rivers, he might also feel the same, even though he doesn't have a Super Bowl. So let me go see if there's a team who's just a quarterback away. So it is definitely a changing of the guard per se with Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes going to the next level, but those guys still have something to prove, in their own right.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think that it is good to see a change of the guard. It's going to be interesting to see where Tom Brady goes. It's going to be interesting to see where Drew Brees goes. It's going to be interesting to see where all these other quarterbacks go. And because trust me, there is nothing I would like more than to see Tom Brady light up the Patriots defense on a separate other team. That's just me.
So where are you on Brady's theatrics of the social media, the this, the that, the photos are whatever you want to make of them, but everything, he knows what he's saying. He's from the second he threw that interception and had to start talking after the game, he's been aware of everything that he says.
It's the end of an era. It's the gunslingers riding off into the sunset in terms of being in New England, and who knows where he's going to end up. Who knows what town he's going to be coming through. There have been rumors that because a family member is sick, he may be going looking at a West Coast team. Who knows? That's what I've heard. I can't deny or confirm because I don't have all the resources to me. But the reality of the situation is that you have given New England or been a part of a team that has delivered 6 championships. And the league is changing. The defensive schemes are changing. The offensive schemes are changing. The AFC is becoming more competitive. And so now it's adjustment time. The Titans gave you checkmate last season. So we got to sit over here and Tom Brady's looking at the situation. And I said, okay, is this scheme working still? Even though that they got their 6th championship a year before, every season is different. Every season is different. So it's going to be interesting to see